Okay, hello everyone. Here is the team 5. Group member was Boy, Twin, and She. Today we talk about the new language Dirt. First, next slide. First, let we talk about what is Dirt. Dirt is a client-optimized language for developing fast app on any platform. It's developed by Google and is commonly used to build web server, desktop, and mobile application. Dirt is concise, clear, class-basic, object-oriented, class-defined, garbage collection, language export interface, class object, generic static type, and so on. Next slide. We talk about the history of Dirt. Google released an early preview of Dirt, the web programming language, on October 10, 2011. Google hoped to use the language to help program developers overcome the shortcoming of the JavaScript language. Dirt 1 was released by Google on November 14, 2013, and was created by Lars Bak and Casper Lund. It is designed to help developers build modern web and mobile application. It's covered client, server, and now Flutter Mobile. It provides a range of tools, include a virtual machine, core library, and package management repositories. And August 7, 2018, release of Dirt 2 stable and Dirt Web platform. In the first 3 months of Dirt 2 release, Dirt was one of the fastest growing languages on GitHub. And the current latest version is 2.19. Next part, well introduced by Chung-Ying.
Hi, everyone. Dart is a client-optimized language for the fast application on any platform. Next, please. One of the most common use of Dart today is with Flutter to building mobile applications. The most significant benefits of building an application with Dart and Flutter is that it is cross-platform. That means you can build in a single application, use just one code base instead of 2 separate applications for iOS and Android. So there are a lot of companies like to use it develop mobile applications. Here are a few famous examples of companies using it. BMW company in car application, Google Pay, Alibaba's second-hand trading app Xianyu, eBay's new app for buying and selling cars. There are still some companies I haven't listed in the PowerPoint, such as Toyota, Tencent, iRobot, and so on. Next page, please. The next thing I will looking is usage data for Dart. Dart ranks 33 in the TOP index, which means it's a very hard language right now. Suppose you search for Dart in Google Trends. In that case, it was not very popular until the last few years. But that's not really Dart date, because Dart is primarily used with Flutter. A UI library includes a set of developer tools to help developers to build mobile application use Dart. So the language of Flutter is Dart. When we search for Flutter, we see that it has been growing popularity since 2018, indicating that Dart is a good programming language that has become has become increasingly popular and used. Next part is my partner Shizhu.
Next, I will talk about the main features of Dart. First, Dart is open source, which means it's freely available. Second, Dart is platform independent and supports Windows, Linux, Macintosh, etc. Dart is also object-facing. As an object-oriented programming language, Dart assigns each application component's value as an object. It emphasizes unitary inheritance of classes and has a syntax similar to other object-oriented languages such as Swift and Objective-C. Dart has concurrency. Dart is also an asynchronous programming language, which means it supports the use of isolated multi-threading. Dart is extensive libraries. Dart consists of many useful inbuilt libraries such as SDK, core math, HTML, etc. We will talk about the HTML later. And Dart is easy to learn. If you know any of Java, C# or JavaScript, any other object-oriented languages, then you can easily learn the Dart. Also, Dart is flexible complication. Dart provides the flexibility to compile the code and fast as well. It supports two types of compilation process, AOT, ahead of time, and JIT, just in time. And Dart is a type-safe language, which means it uses both static type checking and runtime checks to confirm that a variable value always matches the variable static type. Sometimes it's known as the sun typing. For the objects, the Dart treats everything as an object. Dart also supports browsers. The Dart supports all modern web browsers. It comes with the Dart 2.js compiler that converts the Dart code into optimized JavaScript code that is suitable for all types of web browser. Actually, I use a browser to write the Dart code in the following code example. Dart has a large community across the world. So if you face the problem while coding with it, it is easy to find help. And next, let's take a look at the codes. The Dart code has many modern features to reduce the code size. As you can see from the above example, we could find that Dart code is compact. You can simplify, refer to instant variables in broadness constructor to automatically assign values to them. Strings has template-like features, allowing you to directly use variables or even expressions. As shown in the lie about my age class, we can use the expression age minus 10 to do this. Oh, sorry. And when creating objects, we don't need to use the keyword, but if you want, we can use new, the keyword new. And also, if you are sure a variable won't change, you can declare it. If you are not sure, perhaps you will find another girlfriend. Actually, it's in the main class. You will find another girlfriend next week. You can use final variable. Besides, Dart supports both top-level functions like and the class methods main. One more important point, Dart is strongly typed. We didn't need to specify the type of the variables. Instead, Dart inferred the type for us at the compile time. This is one of the reasons Dart is a modern programming language. And I'm going to show you something really interesting, which is not just code, but the code is right here, but some HTML elements. In fact, that is a type of JavaScript that provides the user to manipulate these elements in an HTML page with the help of the Dart HTML library. A simple countdown timer code as follows. To use a Dart program inside HTML, you have to import the library in your code. It's on the first row, import Dart HTML. To access an element within the page, we use query selector function to manipulate the elements. Then, sorry, 1 second. When I click the run button in the output window, you will notice a countdown from 100 to 0. Although the number on the screen will decrease very quickly, the HTML element H1 is right here. H1 is accessible through the query selector function. Here, ID is provided as an input. You can see, you can also use the text property to dynamically modify the content. The HTML library is used in above program. It's a wrapper around the DOM, Document Object Module, and the Window API. Because the availability of this wrapper library, developers don't have to worry about the browser support. This is an important feature of building web application with Dart. And finally, this is our references that we used. And thanks for listening.